Good morning to all of you. So today we will start with a new chapter, simple and compound interest. So simple interest you have studied in the previous class also. So what is simple interest? That we in short we denote as SI. So what was the formula? P into R upon 100 into T. That was the formula where P was principal. So principal is that amount that you have taken as a loan or you have given as a loan to some person. So that is known as the principal. Now rate is rate of interest. Okay. So R is rate of interest, the rate of interest that is charged by the bank or charged by the person in order to get some more money on the given money. Then time was T is time period. For what time period money has been given or money has been put on the interest. Then after getting the interest we will calculate the amount. Amount will be principal plus interest. That is the original amount that is been put on the interest plus whatever is the extra interest that has been earned. So this is amount is equals to principal plus simple interest. Now few important things are there. Important things are, if you see very carefully, simple interest is directly proportional to time. So if suppose rate is same and principal is same, if simple interest for 1 year is 200, then simple interest for 2 years will be 200, that is 400. Similarly for 3 years it will be 600, like this. So we can say that simple interest is directly proportional to the time. Simple interest is also directly proportional to the rate. As the rate increases, simple interest also increases. Then regarding this rate of interest, we are generally taking it as per annum or per year. So whatever form this is given, if it is given in per year, then time period we will take in years. If it is given in per month, then we will take the time period in month. So in order to convert the time, if you want to convert month into the years, that you already know, you will divide it by 12 because a year contains 12 months. And suppose days are given, then days we can convert into the year by dividing it by 365, irrespective of the fact the given year is the leap year. If it is mentioned that it is a leap year in the question, then you will take 366 days. Otherwise you will always take 365 in order to convert the days into the years. So these things you will keep in mind. And one most important thing is simple interest is charged for the whole period of the time. Here T will be the total time which is given, either 2 years, 3 years, 6 years or 10 years. So these things we will keep on mind and we will solve the few problems related to simple interest. Okay, let's see a few problems. And formula we have to remember. Now let's see the very first question of exercise 10.1. So what is given that Dinesh borrowed rupees 9,000 on 27th June. So that means principal is rupees 9,000 and time is from 27 June 2016 to 8 September 2016. And what is rate? Rate is 12% per annum. Okay, so he has taken the loan from this period to this period at the rate of 12% per annum. Now if he wants to clear the account on 8th September, what amount he has to pay? So we have to calculate the amount that is paid by the Dinesh. So what we will do, since it is not completing the 1 year, first we will calculate number of days. So for calculating number of days, it is June, July, August and September. Now one more important thing is, whenever you have to calculate the number of days, either you will take the starting date or you will take the end date into the consideration. Suppose you take the starting date as consideration, then how many days will be there? In June it will be 27, 28, 29, 30. So 4 days. July contains 31, August contains 31, and now we will take 7 days in September. So that makes a total of 73. Or if you do not take 27 here as in consideration, then June will contain 3 days. It will be 31, 31, and September will now have how many days? 8 days. So again you can see the total is again 73. So you can take either 27 or 8 September, whatever date you want to take into the consideration. So what is the time then? Time will be 73 upon 365, that is 1 upon 5 years. This is the time. Now we will calculate simple interest. P into R upon 100 into T, that is 9000. Rate is 12 upon 100 and 5. So what is the simple interest? 216. So amount will be how much? P plus SI, that is 9216. So this is the amount that he has to pay in order to clear the debt on 8 September 2016. Then in question number 2, it is given that Gauri borrows rupees 10,000. So Gauri borrows rupees 10,000 at the rate of 10% per annum. So she has taken the money at the rate of 10% per annum and lends it to Sheetal. So Sheetal is there and she has given the money to Sheetal also, same money, but rate that she has given is 15% per annum. Okay. If Sheetal returns the money after 3.5 years to Gauri, who in turn gives to bank. So time is here also 3.5 years, that is 7 by 2 years, and here also 7 by 2 years. So she returned the money to Gauri after 3.5 years and she has immediately returned the money to the bank. How much Gauri get in this transaction? So we have to calculate the gain of the Gauri in this transaction. So first we will calculate simple interest for Gauri. That will be 10,000 into rate is 10 upon 100 into time is 7 upon 2. So it is 3500. Okay. Then we will calculate simple interest for Sheetal. 15/100 into 7/2. So this is the simple interest for Sheetal. So Gauri's profit will be how much? 5250 minus 3500, that is 1750. Okay, so in question number 4, we have to calculate at what rate of simple interest will a sum of money double itself in 10 years. So we have to calculate the rate at which the sum of money double itself in 10 years. So let's assume principal is rupees 100 and time is 10 years. So it is given that sum of money double itself, that means amount becomes 2 into 100, that is rupees 200. Okay, so what will be my simple interest? Simple interest will be amount minus principal, that is 200 minus 100, rupees 100. So this will be the simple interest. Now I have to calculate the rate. So I will use the formula again, same formula. Simple interest is 100, P is also 100, rate we have to calculate, into time is 10 years. So from here, what is the rate? 100 by 10, that is 10% per annum. Then in question number 6, a sum of money doubles in 4 years. Calculate the rate of interest. So it will be like this only. Let P equal to rupees 100 and time in this case is 4 years. So what will be my amount? Amount will be rupees 200. Okay, same solution. So then we will calculate simple interest. Simple interest will be how much? 200 minus 100 equal to rupees 100. So in this we have to calculate the rate. So SI is equals to P R upon 100 into T. So 100 R upon 100 into time is 4 years. So from here you will get rate as 100 upon 4, that is 25%. So what we got? Rate as 25%. Now in the second part it is asked at same rate. So in the second part rate will be how much? 25%. Then at the same rate how much time will it take to amount to 4 times? Now amount should be 4 times. That means if principal is rupees 100, same principal, so amount will be how much? 4 times, that is 400. So next we will calculate simple interest. That will be 400 minus 100, that is 300. So now we have to calculate the time in which this principal becomes 4 times. So same formula we will use. 300 is equals to principal is 100 into rate is now 25 upon 100 and time. So time will be how much? 300 upon 25, that is 12 years. Okay, so this question contains two parts. In the first part, we have to calculate the rate at which this becomes doubles, and in the second part, for the same rate, we have to calculate the time in which this principal becomes 4 times. Okay, let's discuss question number 7. So in this it is given that Gagan invests some money at certain rate for 3 years and he got amount equal to 7965 rupees. Then he has invested the same money at the same rate, but this time was 5.5 years, that is 11 by 2 years, and he got an amount equal to 8,977 rupees 50 paisa. So we have to calculate the principal as well as rate of interest. So how to solve this question? First we will calculate difference in amounts. Okay, since we know that simple interest is directly proportional to time, so we will calculate the difference in amount, that is, so this will be 2101. So this will be the difference in amount, and difference in time will be how much? 11 by 2 minus 3 years, that is 5 by 2 years. Okay, so this difference in amount will be what? Simple interest for 5 by 2 years. Okay, this will be what? This is the amount of interest that has been earned in 5 by 2 years. So how do we solve? So simple interest for 5 by 2 years is equals to 1012.50. Then we will calculate simple interest for 1 year. It will be 150 into 2 upon 5. And see, now we have the values for amount values for 3 years and 11 by 2 years. So we can calculate simple interest for 3 years. Then it will be 1012.50 upon 5 into 2 into 3. So let's solve it. 502.5. So it is, so what is the simple interest for 3 years then? 1215 rupees. This will be the simple interest for 3 years. Then we got amount for 3 years is 7965. So what is the principal? Principal will be 7965 minus 1215, that is, so this is the principal. Okay, so this is the principal at which he is investing for the two parts. Now for the second part, that is for the time, for the rate, you can use either this data or this data. So I will use this data. So for this I have P equal to 6750. SI is equals to how much? We have calculated 1215, and time is 3 years. So next we will calculate by the formula P into R upon 100 into T. So principal 6750 into R upon 100 into time. So time is 3 years. So what is my R? R will be 1215 into 10 upon 675 into 3. And after solving it, we get the value as 6%. Okay, so this is my rate of interest. So first we have calculated the difference between these two amounts. What it is giving, the difference between simple interest which is earned between 3 years to 11 by 2 years. Then we have calculated simple interest for 1 year, and since we have the value for 3 years, so we have calculated simple interest for the 3 years. Then amount we are having, so we have calculated the principal for 3 years. Then with the help of this given data, we have calculated the rate. Okay, so let's see question number 9. In this it is given that if the simple interest on 1080 rupees at 5% per annum for 146 days is same, that means is same as simple interest on 2160 rupees for 73 days, and the both simple interest are same, so we have to calculate the rate at which these two simple interest becomes same. So what we are going to do, first we are going to calculate the simple interest 1, that is P into R upon 100 into T will be the same formula. So 1080, R is 5 upon 100, and this time is in days, so we will convert it into the years by dividing by 365. Then we will calculate second simple interest 2160. Rate we have to calculate, and here also time we will convert into the years. Now since it is given that these two are equal to each other, so we will compare these two equations like this. Okay, this is 1 and this is 2. So after some simplification, this 100, 365 cancel out. So we will get, is the rate we will get 1080 into 5 into 146 upon 2160 into 73. So it is twice, it is also twice, so answer will be 5% per annum. So this will be the rate. Then in question number 10, Moin has 8100 rupees. He invests a part of it at 11% per annum and remainder at 12% per annum. So there are two parts of the question again. So in this, let principal is x. So for the other part, principal becomes 8100 minus x. Since the total money was 8100, so this is invested at 11% per annum, and let this is invested at 12% per annum. If the total interest he gets after 2 years, that means time is 2 years here also and time is here also 2 years. So if this is SI1 and this is SI2, so what is given? Given is simple interest 1 plus simple interest 2 is equals to 1814. Okay. the sum of the interest earned by investing the money in two schemes is 1814. So what we will do, we will simply put the values 11 upon 100 into 2 plus 8100 minus x into 12 upon 100 into 2 equal to 1814. Next, see, from here we will get 2x 22x upon 100 plus 24 into 8100 minus x upon 100 equal to 1814. So it is 22x plus 194400 minus 24x equal to, this 100 will come here. So it is minus 2x equal to 181400 minus 19440. So when we solve, we will get 0, 0 minus, so what is x? 13,000 upon 2, that is 6500. Okay, so we have to calculate in this, calculate the amount he invested in each. So amount invested in 11% per annum scheme is rupees 6500, and amount invested in 12% per annum scheme is 8100 minus 65, that is rupees 1600. Okay, so this is the amount that he has invested in the different two rate of interest.